Well, tonight, if you would turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 8. We've spent 3 weeks in 1 Corinthians 7. Now we turn to this short chapter, just 13 verses. This addresses another topic that was brought up to Paul by the Corinthian church, this time regarding idol worship and particularly food that was offered to idols. Now we have to understand the culture in those days. In Corinth, idol worship was so prevalent that to separate totally from all common pagan practice would be practically separating yourself from the world. In fact, meat, especially for the poor, would almost always have been associated with idol worship or sacrifices. If you were invited to a meal that had meat as part of the fare of that meal, it was often because it was in the social setting of idol worship. If you were buying meat from the marketplace, it was usually the case that that meat had been from those animals that had been sacrificed in the pagan temple. And so therefore, they were asking some specific details about what they should do in regard to eating meat in their community. So with these words, this particular situation, hear what Paul has to say, inspired by the Holy Spirit in chapter 8. He says, "Now concerning food offered to idols, we know that all of us possess knowledge. This knowledge puffs up, but love builds up. If anyone imagines that he knows something, he does not yet know as he ought to know. But if anyone loves God, he is known by God. Therefore, as to the eating of food offered to idols, we know that an idol has no real existence, and that there is no God but one.